Welcome to AGK's Vinyl Life. I'm your host, Anthony K. And on this week's episode, I'm doing another vlog. That's right, another vlog. I am back at Rick's Recollections here in Port Credit, Ontario, where I came for Record Store Day just a week or so ago. And I've decided to come back here now that he is open and back open for business and do another vlog at his store, as I decided to help him out a little bit. And I think a lot of people in the vinyl community should try to help their local record stores out. For those of you whose record stores have been in lockdown and not been able to make the normal money they do with walk-in customers, with crate diggers and whatnot, I think the mom and pop record stores need a little bit of help and need a little bit of support. And so that's why I decided to come here today to support my local record store. He's been closed for I think over 3 months now, other than curbside pickup, where he was only open a couple of days a week to do curbside pickup. So his business has suffered greatly, and certainly over the past year it suffered greatly here in Ontario with the opening and closing, lockdown and out of lockdown, and in lockdown and out of lockdown. So I'm here basically to support Rick's, and I'm going to film in his store, and I'm going to film his Mofi audio analog productions, Speaker's Corner, all his high-end records that he sells, and get the word out. Rick's does take online orders. We will talk to Rick about his online order system, but I decided to come in here because Rick's has what I would consider to be the biggest selection of Mofi recordings in Ontario for sure, possibly even in Canada, who knows. But he does have definitely has the biggest selection of Mofi recordings, as well as he has a good sized section of analog productions and Speaker's Corners pressings, as well as other audiophile pressings. So I'm going to go in and show you all of his Mofi section, his analog production section, Speaker's Corner section, all of his audiophile records for all you audiophiles that may be looking for Mofis and things. And we'll talk to Rick about how you in other places of the world outside of Toronto, the greater Toronto area, can get a hold of these things. So I'm going to head in there now into Rick's, and we're going to have a look at Mofi and audiophile recordings. So here we are at Rick's Records and CDs, clean, quality, new and used CDs and LPs, Rick's Recollections, www.rickrec.com, and I'm going to head inside and we're going to go check out his Mofi and audiophile selection. So I'm inside Rick's Recollections now, and I've come to the back here. This is Rick's store. I'm just going to do a quick pan around. This is the whole store here. But I'm going to pan around because we're going to focus on this section right here on the wall here and just below it, as this is where he keeps all his Mofi, mobile fidelity, his analog productions, Speaker's Corners, all his high-end pressings. And he has a fantastic selection, an absolutely fantastic selection. I'm going to take you there and show you in detail. I'm just scanning right now. He has both new and used Mofis, as well as even I see a gold stamp promo over there at Mofi. So he has all sorts of stuff, analog productions. Even at the top there, and I'm going to take you there, he has classic records pressings, for those of you who know who classic records were. So he has some of those pressings, and they are new sealed pressings as well as used. So I'm going to go now, and we're going to study these bins and show you exactly what he has here in the store. So up there we have a classic records used, I believe, copy of Billie Holiday. And then coming down below that, these two sections here are Mofi, used Mofi. There is a sealed gold stamp promo right there of Melissa Manchester. We have Olivia, In Excess, Lee Ritner, Muddy Waters, Steel Eye Span, Foghat. Over here we have some George, and then we have these sealed. These are all sealed Mofis. We have George Benson, Hall & Oates, Los Lobos. As you can see, we have a fantastic selection. Elvis Costello, a number of Elvis Costellos, Weezer. And we're going to move over a little bit more now. And continuing on, we have the Cars, B-52s, Vanilla Fudge, Foreigner. We have the classic records pressings right here. Incredible, look at that. John Coltrane. These are all classic records pressings, sealed. Brand new, for those of you who are familiar with classic records. One of the biggest, best audiophiles ever made. Coming down, like I said, we've got Pearl. We've got Janis Joplin, Stevie Wonder, Bob Dylan, more Bob Dylan, more Bob Dylan. Continuing on, we've got Jay Giles, Dire Straits, Dire Straits, Dire Straits, Ellington, Grateful Dead, more Grateful Dead, more Grateful Dead, Count Basie, Miles Davis, Miles Davis, more Miles Davis. Coming across, we have One Steps, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Bill Evans, UHQR, Jethro Tull, Aqualung, Analog Productions, Holly Cole, Blood, Sweat and Tears. Then we have Patricia Barber, a One Step, Cafe Blue. Behind there, we have Miles Davis, Quintet. That's a Kraft recording. Coming across, we have over here now, we've got more Mobile Fidelities, and I'm just going to flip these. Sisters of Mercy, Yaz, 10,000 Maniacs, James Taylor. Even more. Hall & Oates, Cyndi Lauper, Billy Joel, lots of Billy. More Cars. Little Feat. Richie Thompson. Allman Brothers. Misfits. Al Jarreau. Lots of Mofi, as you can see, and he is always getting new Mofi in regularly, always adding to it. And now we're going to come down here, and we have some more Mofis down here. The band, Bob Dylan, and then in front of that we have Analog Productions, The Doors, Bill Evans, Bags Groove, Miles Davis, Dusty, Pet Sounds, Diamonds and Rust, Greg Allman, James Taylor, Joe Walsh, Freddie King. These are all Analog Productions pressings. We have Speaker's Corners over here. Ry Coder, Oscar Peterson, Fleetwood Mac, Albert King, Doobie Brothers, Johnny Winter, Alan Parsons. I have these two Alan Parsons. They sound amazing. Weather Report, Blood, Sweat and Tears, Tulane and Bonnie, Toto, Pure Pleasure in behind that. Those are Analog Productions, Analog recordings as well. Pure Pleasure. Next up, we have Super Discs. The old classic Super Discs. Bunch of Super Discs. And in behind that, we have direct-to-discs, I believe they are. They are. Direct-to-discs. And then the CBS Half-Speed Master Series, if anybody remembers those. And, of course, the A&M Half-Speed Master Series. And after that, we have what in this section? More Half-Speed Masters. Keith Emerson, Nighthawks. There's a great soundtrack. Wow. Who's next? Half-Speed Master. Tom Petty. Wow, look at that. These are all Half-Speed Masters. For those that are interested, we have Japanese audiophile. Big section of Japanese audiophile. So if you're looking for some Japanese audiophile, he's got that as well. So there's his Mofi analog production classic records, his audiophile section, just one small section of this fabulous store, but an absolutely incredible selection of stock. Over here, just to give you a quick pan of the store, is where he keeps new releases. These are all newer pressings, all modern pressings, reissues, and so on and so forth from the various genres. And then coming around, I'm just going to show you his wall of very rare records. We're just going to scan across and show you the wall of rare records. And for those of you that love grails, over here, this section is what I guess you call the holy grail of records. Up here.
No, just rare.
Just rare. But to some people, they're holy grails.
Not those.
But these are his most rare pressings. This wall is always changing. And then the biggest damn record you've ever seen in your life. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. I don't know how you get that on your turntable, but it'd be interesting to try. And that's it. This is the regular selections down here, these rows. And this is all the jazz, pop instrumental jazz down there, R&B, funk, and then of course the pop and rock all through here. And for those of you that didn't get out on Record Store Day, he still has a really good selection of most titles from this Record Store Day drop and previous Record Store Day drops there and at the back of the store right here. So if you're looking for more Record Store Day, come down, check out Rick's Record Store Day selection. So now I'm going to talk to Rick, and he's going to explain how you can get a hold of records from his store.
You can go to rickrack.com and you can hunt down a record, let's say a Steve Miller record like this, and there'll be a number on it, and you just click and order that. You're not paying for it because it's not an e-commerce site, but it will remove that album from my database so no one else grabs it before you. And then we make arrangements via email back and forth or by phone back and forth for you to pay me, and you get yourself an album.
And you will do some shipping here and there?
Here and there. I want proof of delivery on more expensive albums.
For sure.
Which the purchaser would pay for.
Pay for the tracking, yeah.
And that's just because people like to get free albums sometimes, and that's not on my plate.
So yeah, if you order from Rick's, make sure that whatever shipping you decide to choose that you ask Rick for has tracking. Otherwise, he won't pack it up and ship it.
Yeah, generally, the price of shipping in Canada is a lot more than worldwide. So be prepared to, be shocked with some of the costs.
Yeah, shipping. I mean,
I was quoted $100 shipping to ship a Beatles double white album to India. $100 to ship it. The record was less than $100. Okay, so obviously that didn't go through, and I totally get it, but that's what we have to live with.
So there you have it, folks. You can shop on his website. Put the things in the cart. Put the number in. It'll remove it from the inventory. Then you can email or call Rick.
Or preferably come in.
Or if you're in the Toronto area, then come in and just pick them up. If you're out of the Toronto area and you do need to arrange some sort of shipping or something, then yeah, email Rick or call Rick on his phone, and he'll work it out. He'll make it happen. And that's it. Thank you very much, Rick. So that was my visit to Rick's Recollections here in Port Credit, Ontario, part of Mississauga, part of the Greater Toronto Area. His address is 257A Lakeshore Boulevard in Port Credit, Ontario. And you can look him up at ricksrec.com. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up always make people feel good. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber, and turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any of my videos. I try to post a video like this at least once a week, and comments are always welcome. I love comments. I always reply to all my comments. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get back to the comments, but I do reply to every comment. Comments are the only way you can get feedback from people and make your channel better. And last but not least, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at AGK Lifetime of Vinyl, where I try to post my spin of the day every day. So I hope you all enjoyed that visit to Rick's Records, and a look at his Mofis, Analog Productions, Classic Records, Speaker's Corner, and such, all the high-end records, as well as I gave you a little sampling of the rest of the store as well. I'll see you guys all really, really soon in my next video, and as I always say, rock and roll!